1. What spectacular transformations will the Sun undergo in the future? Our Sun, the familiar giant ball of plasma, has been shining down on Earth for over 4.6 billion years. At first glance, it seems eternal and unchanging, but deep inside, it is constantly undergoing astonishing transformations quietly, yet relentlessly, every second. Today, the Sun is still in the stable phase of its life, known as the main sequence, where hydrogen is being fused into helium at its core, generating the immense energy that sustains life on Earth. But what happens in the far future, about 5 billion years from now, when the Sun's hydrogen fuel runs out? At that point, our Sun will no longer be the calm and steady presence we know today. Instead, it will rapidly expand, growing hundreds of times larger than its current size, entering the red giant phase. The sight will be both breathtaking and terrifying, a massive glowing red star that could engulf the nearest planets, Mercury and Venus, and possibly even Earth if we remain in our current orbit. But the story doesn't end there. After its dramatic red giant phase, the Sun will enter a strangely beautiful yet mysterious stage. It will gently shed its outer layers into space, creating a dazzling planetary nebula, an ethereal cloud of gas and dust, glowing in mesmerizing colors across the cosmic darkness. What remains at the heart of this celestial spectacle will be the Sun's core, now shrunk down into a white dwarf, a dense, scorching hot stellar remnant, softly glowing for billions of years before gradually cooling and fading into eternal darkness. Imagining this process not only fuels our curiosity about the distant future, but also makes us appreciate the peaceful sunlight we experience today. So, have you ever wondered when that day finally comes? Where will humanity be to witness the Sun's final journey? 2. What will happen to Earth when the Sun awakens? Earth has always been a lush, thriving paradise, nurtured by the generous warmth and light of the Sun. But what if this trusted companion in the sky, the very source of life, one day becomes its greatest threat? About 1 billion years from now, as the Sun's brightness increases by around 10%, our beloved planet will face changes unlike anything it has ever experienced. At first, this may seem like a minor shift, but the consequences will be enormous. Global temperatures will rise rapidly, throwing Earth's delicate ecosystems into chaos. Plants, adapted to a stable climate, will struggle to survive. The carbon cycle, the foundation of life, will be disrupted as carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere drop, making it harder for plant life to exist. Imagine a world where forests slowly vanish, leaving behind a dry, barren wasteland. How different would Earth look then? But this is only the beginning. As the Sun continues to intensify, temperatures will soar, and water vapor will start escaping from the oceans into space, thinning the atmosphere even further. The once vast deep blue oceans will shrink, evaporating at an accelerating rate, turning our vibrant, life-filled planet into a scorching, arid desert. Could life as we know it withstand such extreme conditions? And finally, around 5 billion years from now, when the Sun expands into a red giant, Earth's fate will be sealed. There's a high chance that our planet will be swallowed by the Sun's fiery outer layers, disappearing entirely. If it somehow survives, it will become nothing more than a charred, lifeless rock, drifting aimlessly in the vast dark void of space. Imagining this distant future raises an urgent question. As that day approaches, what will humanity do to protect life and ensure its survival? Will we find a way to change our fate, or will we be forced to seek a new home among the stars? 3. Can the Sun explode as a supernova? When we look up at the sky, we see a brilliant glowing fireball, steady, warm, and essential for life on Earth. But have you ever wondered if, one day, this seemingly peaceful star could erupt in a colossal explosion, wiping out everything in an instant? The idea of a supernova, violent, dazzling explosion more powerful than anything else in the universe, has long fascinated human imagination. However, the truth about the Sun's fate might surprise you. Our Sun will never explode as a supernova. The reason lies in its size. Only massive stars at least 8 times larger than the Sun can end their lives in such a spectacular explosion. With its moderate mass of about 330,000 times that of Earth, the Sun simply doesn't have the fuel or power needed for a supernova. So, what will happen instead? When the Sun runs out of hydrogen fuel, it won't go out with a bang, but it won't fade away quietly either. Rather than an explosive death, the Sun will enter its red giant phase, expanding hundreds of times its current size, and gently shedding its outer layers into space. This material will form a stunning planetary nebula, breathtakingly beautiful but mysterious cloud of gas and dust, glowing in the cosmic darkness. At its core, the remaining sun will shrink down into a white dwarf, a small, incredibly dense, and lonely remnant. It will continue to glow faintly for billions of years before slowly cooling down and fading into the eternal silence of space. While the sun may not end in a fiery supernova, its final transformation will still be a mesmerizing spectacle. This vision of its future sparks a deeper curiosity. Among the billions of stars shining in the universe, which one will be the next to explode in a brilliant supernova, lighting up the cosmos in a magnificent celestial display? A supernova near Earth. Is it really a threat? Among the countless twinkling stars in the night sky, have you ever imagined one suddenly exploding in a dazzling burst, illuminating an entire section of the heavens like a cosmic firework? These massive stellar explosions, known as supernovae, are among the most spectacular events in the universe, where a massive star ends its life in a violent explosion, releasing an immense amount of energy, sometimes outshining an entire galaxy. But what if a supernova were to occur close enough to Earth, close enough for us to feel its terrifying power? For a supernova to pose a direct threat to life on Earth, it would have to be extremely close, within 50 to 100 light years. If such an event happened at this distance, the blast could destroy the ozone layer, increase harmful ultraviolet radiation reaching the surface, trigger acid rain, and severely disrupt ecosystems. A frightening scenario, indeed, but fortunately, the chances of this happening are incredibly low. Currently, the most famous nearby star that could go supernova is Betelgeuse, the massive, fiery red star in the shoulder of the Orion constellation. In recent years, astronomers have observed unusual fluctuations in Betelgeuse's brightness, leading many to wonder, is it on the brink of an explosive finale? However, there's no need for alarm. Betelgeuse is approximately 640 light-years away, a safe enough distance that even if it were to explode, it would be a breathtaking cosmic spectacle, rather than a danger to our planet. Still, the idea of witnessing a supernova in our lifetime is thrilling. Can you imagine looking up one night and seeing a new, incredibly bright star appear in the sky, visible even in daylight? If such an event were to occur, how would it reshape our understanding of the vast and ever-changing universe? When Earth is no longer safe, where will humanity go? In the distant future, when the sun is no longer a nurturing companion, but instead a growing threat to life on Earth, how will humanity adapt and survive? This question is not just a fascinating thought experiment, it is perhaps the greatest challenge our species will ever face, one we may need to start preparing for today. As global temperatures rise and the oceans begin to evaporate, living on the planet's surface will eventually become impossible. Some scientists have proposed an extraordinary but bold idea: moving Earth itself. This concept, known as the Earth rocket, is a theoretical proposal to gradually shift Earth's orbit farther from the sun, extending our habitable lifespan. But is this even remotely feasible, or is it just an ambitious sci-fi fantasy? So far, it remains a concept that challenges both human imagination and technological limits. If altering Earth's orbit proves impossible, humanity may have to consider an even more radical solution: abandoning Earth entirely in search of a new home among the stars. Some of Jupiter's and Saturn's moons, such as Europa and Titan, are among the most intriguing destinations. As the sun expands and the habitable zone shifts outward, these icy worlds may warm up just enough to support life, making them potential outposts for future human colonies. An even bolder vision: humanity becoming an interstellar civilization. We could build massive space stations, completely self-sufficient in resources and energy, drifting through the galaxy like enormous cosmic ships. Imagine a future where our descendants are born and raised not on Earth, but among the stars, living in artificial worlds, exploring deep space, and forging a new existence beyond our home planet. So, which of these futures do you think is most likely? And more importantly, is humanity truly ready for the long, uncertain journey into the vastness of space? 6. A new solar system and the future of life. Would the universe be reborn? As we gaze at the star-filled night sky, we can't help but wonder, is life on Earth truly unique in the vast universe? And if one day, our sun, the companion that has sustained us for billions of years, reaches the end of its life, what will happen next? Could a new journey begin, one where life takes on an entirely different form? The distant future of our solar system holds many unexpected possibilities. As the sun ages and expands into a red giant, its outer layers will gradually peel away, drifting into space to form stunning, colorful planetary nebulae. These nebulae will act as cosmic nurseries, providing the raw materials for new stars and planets to emerge far into the future. The cycle of life and death in the universe is eternal, constantly shaping and reshaping worlds in ways beyond our imagination. Can you Picture it. Billions of years from now, from the remnants of our old sun, an entirely new stellar system may form, one with ideal conditions for life, yet completely different from anything we know today. Could such a planet resemble Earth, or would it be something entirely alien? Would an advanced civilization, unlike anything we have ever seen, rise to explore the cosmos just as we once did? Another fascinating possibility is that humanity itself, if we are wise and fortunate enough, might survive through this cosmic transformation. Perhaps our descendants will be living on space stations or distant planets, witnessing firsthand the rebirth of the universe. Imagine standing on a new world, looking up at the sky, and watching the birth of a fresh young solar system, just as Earth once emerged from cosmic dust billions of years ago. Could this be how the universe regenerates itself, repeating an endless cycle of creation? And if so, what role will we play in this grand cosmic rebirth? The answers remain one of the greatest mysteries waiting to be uncovered.